Welcome guys to the second video in this series, and in this video you will learn how to insert all the elements which makes up the construction site. We will add a crane, various types of fences, other construction objects and machinery. First, we'll name the new drawing file construction site and insert all further components on it. It is always good to use Allplan structure in a wide range, especially since we have it in enormous amount. Open the library tab. If it's not displayed in the palette, right click on the empty part on the toolbar and turn it on. Folder default, then Python parts, and then construction. Here we have Python parts tower crane. Double click on it and all that remains is to place it on your already prepared terrain. The crane will recognize the heights of the terrain and position itself so that the crane foundations are under the ground. You can adjust the position of the crane jib now and also later. There is additional options for this Python part, such as heights and width, additional settings for the jib length, as well as layers and lines, the settings for all parts of the crane. When you are done with all properties, we can click escape several times and crane is created. Later double click on the crane to access all the settings from the palette again. Adding fences is even simpler. We go to placement along a path section and select the type of fence we want in the drop-down menu. By the way, we have a large selection of fences as you can see in the screen, and they are all installed and modified in the same way. You choose the type, one click on the start point and another click for the end point. In the end, one time escape to stop the continuous drawing and a few times to exit the command. As for the other construction site elements, you can find them here. Double click and select the element you want in the drop-down menu, and then place it on desired position with one click. All elements will recognize the terrain and stick to it. Now you have opportunity to see all the elements that Allplan offers, place it in order from the drop-down menu and spot their appearance in the 3D view. If you want to change one of the fences, just double click on one of them and you will get the handles. Now you can modify the length. All that's left is to arrange all the elements as you see fit, and you can easily model your construction site. If you are still missing some elements, you can look for them in the library. It is large and you can find a lot of things in it. I will insert one tree and copy it several times. This time the heights are not good, so I have to manually adjust them, which is not a lot of work. We can also find the car in the vehicle tab, search for a vehicle type and choose a color. What I want to point up here is that using the library you can really transform your building and make it much more interesting, especially for presentation. Of course, if something is missing in the Allplan itself, it doesn't mean that it's not available on internet. If you use the latest versions, such as in this case Allplan 2024, then on the Teamwork tab you have the Content Connector option. Select 3D Warehouse and click Start. Before you start searching for whatever you need, first you need to have a 3D Warehouse account and be successfully logged in. Then let's type, for example, excavator, choose the one you like the most and download the SketchUp file. If nothing happens in the same second, wait a while for Allplan to load the file. In the settings you have option to load it as a 3D model or as a Python part. One click to place it on the ground and escape a few times to finish the command. I will still rotate it to desired position, and somehow it seems to me that we are missing also a truck. So I will find it on a 3D warehouse and insert it in the same way. Before you click download, you have the option 3D preview and you can rotate the objects so that you can see it from all sides. Now, regarding all users with older Allplan versions, you also can import all these models. Just you need to go directly on the site 3D Warehouse and download it on your computer. Then insert the element in the Allplan using the drag and drop method. That was the method that we used before, but now Allplan makes it much easier with this tool. Thank you for watching again, and I hope to see you in our next video.